Hey, hi guys. So I've been experimenting a little bit with multiple color printing, and did it in the past and doing a little bit more now. Kind of fun, a little twist on things. Anyway, this is my Rock Chucker RCIV catcher, and some of you might not be familiar with that. If you've had your presses for 20 or 30 years. And the main difference in the RCIV is the primers no longer fall out the front. They fall out a hole back here in the back. So when you see my catcher that's for your press, I talk about rotating the ram. Well, this press, the ram has already been rotated. Now, on the older presses you lose priming, but on this press you don't. Pretty much, to install my catcher, put it over here, this side in first, and then you push down on it. Now, behind it, the head of a screw protrudes and rests on the back of the press, and you can see that it won't go backwards. I've set it actually to be perfect. Now, it wouldn't go anywhere right now, but to make it even more permanent, I have a screw on the other side. I'm actually going to tighten that down, and the tip of that screw presses against the press and creates a clamping force. Now, once you've got it tightened down, then it wants to snap into place. So you can see how that looks. Now, okay, so to deprime some shells, let's see if I have this set right. Yeah, you might be able to hear that. I have the tube on the other side. So I'll just do two more. I will mention that on military crimped in primers, like a 5.56 would have, sometimes when you're at the top of your stroke, the decapping pin pushes into the anvil of the primer and sticks on it, and it doesn't drop the primer real suddenly after it hits it. So with a military crimped primer, it could be still stuck on the pin right here. And if you rush this down, I think some people do just to try to process the brass quickly so they can get them to a cleaning stage, well, you can actually speed past you can drop the ram fast enough that the primer is still in the ram and it gets below the mouth of the catcher. So what I tell people with the 5.56 ammunition or some other type of military brass is that when they hit the point where they know it pushed the primer out, then just stop momentarily and go all the way down. That'll give you a really much improved catch rate. Now, I've had people that do thousands of shells and not have any problem. And occasionally some people say, well, they have a couple that fall out. The other place that some primers can fall out, and I'm going to show you another thing, is they can take a path out this slot over here. Now I'm going to pause it again and go get my primer director and show you that. Okay, so I'm going to show you my primer director now. Now, in order to put it in, here's one form of it. I've got a couple of forms. You put it on one edge and then push on it until it's inside there like that. Now this one, these are a little bit of flash on this particular one, but now you can see that it's in there. Now what that does is closes up that hole. so that the primers can't get out that side. And if you're losing a couple of primers out the front, then you won't any longer. Some people, that's really important. They have small children or dogs or cats that could get into the primers, and or they could step on them with their bare feet. That's no fun. My catchers are designed to have a smooth transition through the catcher. I take a lot of time to get the 3D design just right so that the primers go down as smoothly as possible so that they go into the tubes. And like I mentioned before, there's an adjustment behind. There's an actual screw on the side. This is not wiggly wobbly here. You don't have to crank the screw in over here really tight either. It's just meant to stop the catcher from wiggling. It just creates a perfect fit with the press. Okay, from this side you should be able to see the primers dropping out of the tube. Okay. There you go. So this is orange and black. That's for Halloween. Wasn't for the Bengals. If you happen to be a Bengals fan, that's pretty cool. I could care less, to be honest with you. Sorry if that's un-American. There's a lot of stuff going on with the NFL that kind of bugs me these days, and well, that's about all I'm going to say about that. Anyway, I'm trying to think what else I can think. So yeah, let me tell you how to get these. One thing you can do is you can search for me on Amazon. If you're on Amazon, you like that venue, you search for LoaderTools. That's all one word. I'll put a link in the description. Or on eBay, I have a store there. Also, I have a Facebook group called LoaderTools, and you can come there and actually I let customers post information there about their experiences, and there's pictures there. First thing I would do is I'd go to my information on LoaderTools once you join and look at the photos that's there. There's a lot of cool photos. Some of them I made and some of them customers have made, which I really appreciate. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Made this a little bit longer. I'm trying to work on my video skills, and I appreciate all my customers, and I appreciate my customers who give me feedback on eBay, and I try to do the same. I'm a little slow sometimes, and I really appreciate the customers who do word of mouth advertising for me. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you on the web.